All right, so let's get into today's video. And today's video is definitely not going to be anything playful. It's definitely going to be a more serious topic video because I want to explain where I've been for the past year and a half and the steady decline of videos. There's a good reason for it. It's not like I've become lazy or I don't care about YouTube. I definitely care about making videos for you guys, making informative content, but it does come at a very high cost, and the high cost for me has been my health. Now, before I get into the serious topic, there needs to be a couple housekeeping, so let's go get some food, and I also need to get a haircut because this hair it's getting too much for me, but let's get this stuff done first. I'm ready. Let me show you what I got. Also, if it ever comes in a bag like this, I'm telling you the food's gonna be good. The place might look sketchy on the outside, but the food, it's a different story. It's a different league. Look, I got some salmon. Look at that. Add some sauce to that. Hold on, let me move the tomatoes. Look at that, man. All right, let's focus. Whoa, my screen is glitched. It's fixed. All right, so by the way, MacBook Air is running this. I'll have a link in the description for the wallpaper because people always ask about my live wallpapers that I have, but let's get into the video here. So, where do I even start? So, all right, I'm in the right headspace now. So let's just get into it. So there's been a clear lack of content over the past year and a half from my standards because YouTube was quite literally killing me. So similar to Mr. Who's the Boss's video on tech content creation affecting his health, I want to give you guys my side of the story. Now, clearly I don't have 10 million subs and make high quality videos, but in terms of workflow and resources available to me, the results are the same, if not worse. So I've passed out a total of 4 times while starting this channel back in 2020 up until now. And for those of you who don't know, when you pass out, you go unconscious. So seems really weird saying that out loud, but that's just the nature of passing out and what has been happening to me, and you know why there's been a degrading amount of videos that have been coming out. I don't know if anyone will relate to this, but for context, I'm a first generation American, or, you know, for you, whatever country you live in. So, you know, Brazil, the UK, India, Canada, Switzerland, it doesn't really matter. You know, you're first generation to your country. You probably understand the mountainous amount of unannounced pressure you were under to succeed, because typically your parents move to whatever country you reside in now to not only better themselves, but to better their children as well. And it's like the moment you're born, the expectations set for you are like unfathomable. And it's like you are born to succeed and there's no other option. Otherwise, you're like a failure to your entire family tree. Bit dramatic, but you know, that's pretty much what it boils down to. So the one thing that has been instilled in me from my mom is what she told me when I was around 12 years old. She told me I have to work hard every day because there's someone behind me that will take my spot in a heartbeat. And I've carried that with me through life ever since then, except for school, because I mean, I don't know. I just can't try in school. Also, I'm sorry to cut this whole crucial conversation, but this food just smells so good. Tastes so good too. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, I don't want to just limit this to first generation individuals like myself, but this goes for anyone who grew up in a household where high expectations were set by your parents or yourself. So how does this factor into YouTube, you know, quote unquote, killing me? So YouTube is not my full-time thing. I know some people think it was, but it's not. I'm a senior software engineer by trade, and I would say any job that leaves you mentally and physically drained day in and day out, I would consider that high pressure and high stress. And I know some people are just like, you sit at a computer all day. Please, man, before you judge any job, do it for a month and you might have more respect for it. I always want to give you guys the best effort for my videos and, you know, not only try to make them informative, but entertaining as well by just being genuine in my experiences and using the products and letting you guys know my thoughts, and also trying to be a little laid back as well. So when I first started the channel back in 2020, my schedule was, you know, I wake up at 6 a.m., run to the gym, because the gym was pretty close to me back then, run to the gym, work out, run back, drive to work, do work, drive back home, go on a run, because I have to run. It's an addiction. I have to run. So I basically run like 3 times a day, but then I do some research for some video. I shoot a video, edit, upload, title, thumbnail, all that YouTube jazz. And I will also add, when you're a smaller tech channel in a space where things are already pretty trendy, your best interest is to get videos out as fast as possible, since you're already weeks, if not months behind big channels. And I would say it's even worse with the whole chip shortage thing, but that just adds another layer of pressure, because time really is of the essence when you're trying to scale your channel. And I quickly realized 5 videos a day with that schedule was madness, because I actually passed out running that schedule. Originally, I had planned to do 5 videos a week, and I've always hit 4, and I can't do 5. It's just to work a 9 to 5 and then come home, record, edit, and upload within the same day, do thumbnails, tagging. It's actually a lot more than I thought it was. And like sleeping on a decent schedule, it's honestly just too much for me. So I'm going to focus more on quality more than quantity. And that's going to, I mean, for me, I personally think that's going to help my channel grow even more. I actually cut the back part of my shoulder on the way down against the kitchen countertop. If I have a photo, I'll show you guys. This was pre-LASIK days. I also forgot to mention as well, I ended up in the emergency room a couple months before that. Also, visiting the emergency room and getting the hospital bill. Oh my God, America, what are we doing? It's like, there's no chance I'll ever go back to the ER unless my arm is chopped off or I'm actually dying, because insurance was like, wow, you're dying? We're not gonna cover that. So ER, cut that from my list. But anyway, getting back to being a little bit more serious. After I passed out and I woke up, I was like, I didn't think too much of it, because I'm like, okay, I'm awake. I kind of remembered what has happened. I'm good. Let's keep going. So I'm working like 50 to 60 hours a week at work, and then I will also come home and do YouTube on top of that, posting 3 videos a week. And I would say things were going pretty good. And then, you know, towards the end of the year is when Apple season arrives. You know, Techtober is what we call it in the tech space, and you gotta go hard. I mean, you don't have to, but you should, because there's just so much tech coming out, and it's just a time where people are actually just looking at new things that are coming out and also trying to get the best deals, right? Because, you know, it's back to school season, you know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday season, Christmas, all the holiday. It's just Q4 of the year is just madness for tech. But, you know, that's when things definitely start to ramp up. So during this time period, there will be days where I don't eat, I don't drink, and I don't even sleep, because I'm just so focused on work. But I also feel the pressure to post videos to keep up with the constant wave of product announcements and unboxings. And once again, I end up passing out. And I'm nonchalant about this one too, because I wake up, I'm good, drink some water, take a 10-minute power nap, back to editing. But throughout the year of 2021, I posted less than half of as many videos as I did in 2020. But I will say right now, I appreciate all the support, because in terms of overall viewership and watch time, it was higher than my first year. So I'm super grateful for you guys for showing me support and love. And work definitely started to ramp up, and I'm gaining more responsibilities at this time. And being a one-man crew for this channel, you know, still researching, shooting the videos, editing, pumping out consistent videos 3 times a week, managing it all, it drained me all over again, and I passed out. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, at this point, I'm mad at my body that it's at its limit. Like, I'm like, can you give me any more? But in respect to my health and my career, I decided to put my YouTube hobby on the back burner. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud because it hurts. It hurts. It hurts to say that, but that's the reason why I posted less for the remainder of 2021. And I was just genuinely sad because, once again, I really do enjoy sharing my experience and my perspective on products. Not because I'm some expert in this field, but it's just another voice or an opinion you guys can use for your purchase decision or any general decision you make in life, right? And I don't want to get into the major details of each passing out episode until this most recent one, because that was the defining one that pretty much halted this entire year. But at the end of 2021, I had some serious conversations with my friends back at home because I'm at this crossroad, right? And I'm aware of what's going on with my body. My body's already on E from my software engineering job, or basically anything outside of YouTube, right? Trying to make my parents proud. And I'm then, on top of that, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing as on the side, despite my body already being gassed, right? And just investing my time in my job in YouTube, where I'm just tunnel vision and just, go, 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 go. I got to keep on going. I got my parents calling me saying, why am I not calling back as often? It's like I'm working. I got family back home in Nigeria messaging me, calling me on WhatsApp, and my response is I'm working. I got friends wanting to hang out because they know I'm not coming out as much, and my response is I'm working. I'm just always working. And I came to the realization, this crossroad, right? I'm gonna have to trim down something to improve other aspects in my life. And at that point in time in 2021, I was like, I'm gonna have to trim down YouTube, unfortunately. So then I decided that I'm gonna post less going into 2022. But I hit the ground running at the beginning because CES, I actually went to Las Vegas, recorded content, even had sponsor videos lined up. I am here in Las Vegas for a very special event. How cool is that? But I'm not here for Sony, okay? This is just the coolest lanyard they could have ever given me because Sony is one of my favorite companies. I'm here for CES 2022. The bathroom is unnecessarily large. Why is this shower the size of a literal driveway? Anyway, this is the view. I love being around mountains, and this is such an incredible view. And once I got back and I wanted to shoot a video, passed out. And this time it was pretty bad. Now, I don't know if I will show this because YouTube might demonetize it, but if I do, I will say right now, viewer discretion is advised because I fell pretty hard and woke up to some blood. I wish there was a camera inside my apartment so I could see what had happened, because I don't remember going down. I just remember waking up on the ground. But I believe what happened was I fell face first, and my bottom teeth cut the bottom part of my lip. I was about to record a video and I busted my lip. So I am out of commission for the time being, but hopefully I'll have a speedy recovery. My lip, oh my goodness, this is like, everything here is numb and everything in here is numb. My teeth are good though. God bless. So after relaying this message to my mom and some friends, it was pretty much unanimous at this point that I go see a doctor immediately and not be like, all right, I'm awake, let's keep going, right? And I'm very fortunate because the impact didn't actually cut any nerves in my bottom lip, even though the cut was pretty deep and there was no infection as well. I'm also very fortunate because, according to my dentist as well, I could have actually chipped my bottom two teeth, and they were really sensitive at that time. Like the next 2 weeks, I basically had to eat like food from the side because, man, I missed eating apples at that time. But it was just really sensitive at the forefront of my teeth. So I'm glad that all healed pretty well. So then, like I said, after I passed out, I was like, all right, YouTube, you're permanently on the shelf for now. So I emailed the sponsors and people that I've been working with in context to CES and saying that, I'm no longer going to post due to my situation. Thankfully, everyone understood, and I just wanted to focus on work and relax afterwards. So in terms of things that I've been doing, I went to a cardiologist. I was getting tests done. I was actually wearing this external heart monitor for 30 days. Went to a neurologist. I did a whole bunch of brain scans and a whole bunch of other tests. Speaking about neurologists, the one that I went to, this is a tech thing. This guy was rocking a Ryzen chip processor with like an ultra-wide Acer Predator monitor. I was just sitting there like, wow. Like the renders that came up, instant. It was crazy. But anyway, went to the radiologist, got scans done. I would say without health insurance, I would be in massive amounts of debt. I'm talking tens of thousands. America, what are we doing? So the funny thing is, the cardiologist said everything is fine from his end in terms of all the tests and what he's researched from the results that came back, and that I'm the healthiest young man that he's seen to date. Or I should say that day. I'm not going to say today because there's probably healthier people than me. But the neurologist also said something along the same lines. Then he asked me what I do day to day, and I told him. And the neurologist said, I think I know what's going on. And I was like, give it to me, doc. And he's like, I'm going to be honest. You're working too much. You're a good kid, and you're doing better than most people your age. You're good. And I'm thinking to myself at this point, like, maybe I should just slow down just a bit. Let me just slow down. So trying to wrap this up here in a nice bow, because I don't want this to be some depressing video about my health, because I am overall good, overall healthy. But I will say, after putting YouTube or substantially decreasing the amount of time I put into YouTube this year, I realized how much time was being sucked from me by doing YouTube. I understand that my job is sucking up like 150% of my life at this point, but YouTube is just that icing on the cake. Like my body's just like, I'm pushing my body over the edge doing YouTube. But as hurtful as this will sound saying out loud, ever since I stopped posting videos consistently, this has been one of the greatest years of my life. Yeah, said it. I can't even describe it. Like, this year has been phenomenal. I can't say anything because I'm speechless because of everything that's been happening to me to this year. It's like non-stop rewards of the fruits and labor that I've been working towards all these years are just coming into fruition all at once. And it's no secret that youth and time are two aspects of life that you'll never get back. And also, according to, older people, your 20s are supposed to be the best years of your life. And so far, I'm gonna be honest, your 20s, it's pretty accurate. It's been some of the best years of my life so far. And, I want to cherish my 20s. And it sucks saying this because I really do enjoy doing YouTube. This has been one of the best years since like the mid 2010s. I mean, the 2010s, the beginning all the way up to the mid part was just back-to-back years. 2010s unmatched for now. But I still think, 30s is pretty young, 40s is young, even 50s young in my opinion. But your 20s, I feel like you can get away with so much just by having a 2 in front of your age. So that's why I kind of want to still, the 20s is a period of your time, or a period in your life where it's like an experimental stage where you can pretty much do anything. I understand, this whole hustle culture, the grind culture, the resiliency to just keep on going when things get tough, which I do respect. But in the cost of affecting other aspects of your life that you cherish, like your health, I just don't think it's worth it, right? Now, I know what some people in the comments are going to ask, and they're going to say, why don't you just quit your job and do YouTube full time? To which I'll say, I actually like my job and my career. As crazy as that sounds, I know it's not common in this YouTube platform, but similar to YouTube, software engineering is a challenge every day. like doctors. It's like every day is a new opportunity to solve and discover something that you didn't know before. It's kind of fun. And I'm actually building something physical, right? I mean, same can be said for YouTube, but software engineering, it's fun. It's fun. If you are a curious individual and you just like tinkering with things, it's so much fun. And I know the whole hustle culture is saying, screw 9 to 5, it's a scam. Everybody hates them. You need to do your own thing. But to be honest, when you step outside and you talk to people, a lot of people actually like their job and enjoy their life. I'm gonna be honest. But I'll say when D-Brand sponsors me, I'll quit my job and do YouTube full time, because in that moment, I know I've made it. Now, with all this being said, right, let's end this on a happy note, right? Ooh, someone told me in the comments not to clap, but sorry. It's too late. Anyway, YouTube is coming off the shelf, right? I know after everything I've said in this video, it would be crazy to do YouTube again, but it's time, man. Health's good, life's good, work's good, and I've taken a long enough break. And the question is, will I pass out again? I don't know, probably. Hope not, but I'll definitely post at a pace that is good for me and you guys as well. And if YouTube ends up crashing and burning, well, shout out to my parents for making me go to college and get a degree, because this safety net is feeling like a pretty good safety net. And you guys, honestly, there's nothing I can do in this world to repay my parents for the opportunity and things that they provided me. It's just, I'm very grateful, very, very grateful for you guys. All right, on that note, now that the sappy part is gone, it's officially July. Greatest month of the year. I'm not just saying that because it's my birthday month, but July is just the best month of the year. I mean, come on, guys. Debate this with me. I will debate this in the comments that July is the best month, but it's Friday, new episode of The Boys. I'm going to enjoy this food while I'm going to be watching Homelander get beat up, potentially. I don't know. Anyway, guys, hopefully you found this video informative. Probably not that entertaining, but if you share my experience being a first generation in your country, or just a hardworking individual and you are just going, let me know what your experience is like. But I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. As always, guys, much love. I need some salmon, bro, in my tummy. I need some salmon in my tummy.